Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latinoamerica and all the Chivermanos and Chivermanas around the globe. All the mothers and misters, all the Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew. We are live, transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, El Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Go Chew. We are live. Joining me today are Gaby Silva. ¿Cómo estás, Gaby?
Hi, Robert. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of We Go To Live. So happy to be here. A lot to talk about. We always say the same thing, but it's true. So get ready because we have a lot to talk about. Leagues Cup is just around the corner. So we're going to be covering everything about Leagues Cup, special surprises next week about Leagues Cup. And of course, the game with Necaxa, our Chingonas are back, and everything you want to know about Chivas. So please remember to interact with us in the chat and everywhere you want to talk to us about Chivas or anything you want to share. Alfredo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Gaby. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chivas hermanos. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm happy about Chivas getting good results, but I'm also happy about the way that the team is playing. I see good dynamic. I see good rhythm. I see discipline with the ball. I see many good things of a team that is maturing of a team that already has a semester into it, and really looking forward to what might be the Leagues Cup. Really looking forward to see more players having more activity, to see the team already with Piojo Alvarado, who is joining the team after winning the Gold Cup last Sunday with the Mexican national team. Big shout out to El Piojo. And we also have some info about the under 19 girls who are going through Europe, who are playing a tournament in Europe and are having a really good time. And also Tapatío is back this weekend. So plenty of Chivaverse, plenty of Chiva talk for today.
Tons of stuff to talk about. My friends, don't forget to interact. Please interact with us. We want to hear what's going on. We want to know what's going on in your part of the Chivaverse.
Yes.
Let us know. We have tons to talk about. We have a lot, and we really want to do is share that Chiva love. Share that Chiva love. How can they participate? How can people get in here? I see tons of people on the chat. But if you want to come on us and be with us live, what do people have to do, my friends?
They just got to send a DM on Facebook. Send us a DM on Facebook to the Chivas official Facebook account and say, hey, I want to join We Go To Live. And they'll send you a link and you'll be here and you can share all your thoughts.
You could share your thoughts. And sometimes we even have gifts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes
that's the case today, but definitely
can we
need to
take
see
a
you
moment?
guys here.
Can we take a moment? Like,
yeah.
How good do we look? Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at
us. Nos estamos estrenando.
Yes. One of the perks of working with Chivas is getting merch.
Yeah,
so,
beautiful merch.
And it's beautiful. Merch. Puma makes some nice jerseys, man. They're really lovely. So thank you, Puma. Thank you, Chivas.
They're on fire.
Sharing. They are. They're beautiful. Well, let's get into it because I know people want to talk. There's tons to talk about. Before we talk about the Leagues Cup, we definitely need to talk about what you were saying, Alfredo. Our boys are actually assimilating the Paunovic system of play, and you can see it. You could see it with the two latest results. 9 points in Liga.
Yes.
9 points in Liga. And then
3 games.
3 out of 3. Se les dijo. We told you. We didn't, What can I say? We're here. The 13th Cup. Así es, no entienden. Chivas is different. Hopefully this Chivas will also, I hope, in the long run, this type of play will change the league. The league, my friends. So that everybody plays with this same happiness, ¿no? Que jueguen para el aficionado, para que jueguen y defiendan sus colores. Defend your colors properly, my friends. Yeah, we want to see good football, and we have been able to see it. The game from Necaxa, magnificent. 2 beautiful goals. And who was our outstanding player of the game again?
Again?
Nene Beltran.
Again?
Yeah.
Nene Beltran. My friends, I don't know what's going on there. I see a transformation. For me, it's like the rebirth of El Coyote. El Coyote.
I would say.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would say that Nene is taking responsibility. He is more mature. I think that He's no longer a youngster. He's no longer a promise. I think that he's already he's already assumed that he is the guy not only for the next few tournaments but for the next era. So really excited, really happy to see Nene taking that responsibility, playing closer to the defenders, but also going up. And yeah, and I would like to add that Lalo Torres is going through an extraordinary moment. Like Lalo is really showing up, really giving smoothness to the play, and he's very smart without the ball. He knows how to position himself, when to receive, when to let's say create engaño, to say it in Spanish, like how to create engaño on the opponent. I think that he's also having a big shout out to Lalo Torres.
Yeah, we could call that type of a fadeaway, like they do in basketball. They pull that mark off of the other guy, and I am enjoying Lalo and Nene together. But I also see when the changes come on. Perdón, Gabi. Where were you?
No. I was going to say, like, we've said this before, and actually last week, like that maturity that Nene is bringing to the team, and that he's gotten, like this boost of confidence that he's gotten from Paunovic. Like you can see it on the pitch, how he moves, how he thinks. Like he's being like incredibly smart y calculador, like Alfredo said, if we can say it in Spanish. But he's like evolving so much, and he's not a young player anymore. Like he's not like this rookie kid that came to Chivas and he's running all around and doing his thing. Oh, he's a leader inside the pitch now.
Yeah, he's becoming the Machiavelli of the midfield for Pauno's Rascals, because he's not so old either. If you look at him, he is a role model for Yael, for Brígido, for everybody who's coming up through the ranks, because he came up through the ranks as well. And he knows how hard it was to make it there. And I do see it, though. Can you guys see? If you have, I'm old. I remember Alberto Coyote and the way he played when he came over to Chivas. He's a general. He's looking at everything. He's measuring. He's balancing. He's finding the right way to go out. And yes, I agree with Emilia. Ochoa says, Nene está jugando como nunca arriba las Chivas. The guy is all over the place. But I really see, and I have to say that, in this case, you guys are going to say I'm crazy because, well, yes, I am. But para mí estuvo bien que perdieran las Chivas la final. All right? For this reason. For this reason. No, I know. But for this, sí, ya sé, estoy loco. For this reason, we as humans, we learn through the rough times, and those learnings
That's true.
are the ones that stay with us the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Because if it had been easy, we would be expecting them to campeonar this year again. Yeah.
Right.
And we would be pushing for that. And so I see a different Chivas, a different one. One that's more mature. Lalo, mature. Ya no está corriendo, like Chivaloca. He's actually, he's waiting. And you could see the lines move. It's beautiful. From where I was sitting on the match on Sunday, I could see the Chiva Hermanos, my team was moving as one body, man. One body. Ustedes qué piensan? Everybody out there, what did you guys think about the game? Were you able to watch it? We'll talk about a little bit about the Árbol de Guernica game in a moment. But what did you guys think about Necaxa too? All right, Nene made his goal, and off the bench, otra vez, off the bench, another youngster comes out and he does as he pleases. Nada de nervios. He didn't look nervous. Irreverentes, as we had said, right? ¿Quién los tenía?
The baby goat.
The baby goats.
And speaking about Barras, I was preparing. This is a huge parenthesis, but I was preparing a special on Alexis Vega, and there's he has memories, like in the stands of Mexican football as a fan. Because I see some comments, Alex Guzman says Alexis Vega. There was someone else saying that Alexis looked good when he came back the other day against Athletic Club of Bilbao. We have also plenty of guys, Victor Guzman, also Team Piojo Alvarado. So there's plenty of activity in the comments, there's plenty of action. Victor Morales also, big shout out for Nene Beltran. Curtis Williams, hey man, how are you? And he says that Beltran has the potential to be one of the main leaders provided that he stays healthy and focused. I gotta agree. So we also have guys from Florida, so big shout out to everyone on the comments. Victor Morales also, big shout out for Yael Padilla. So yeah, and yeah, I gotta agree with Smiley Santi. He says that Fernando Hierro is the GOAT. He's taking us places. He's doing a great job right now with El Rebaño.
Yeah, magnificent vision from Mauri Vergara and everybody that's taking the right decisions to bring the right people to Chivas.
Yes.
And that's it. And it's not that everybody's not for Chivas too. We have to remember that. And it's not just the players, it's everything. Chivas is a lifestyle. I have to say it. If you go, like I said, you've had a chance to run around, you've had a chance to go to the offices, you'll see se respira otro tipo de ambiente. It's a real family. It's a real family. Emilio Ochoa says, ya lo dijo Pollito Briseño. Maybe it's not their moment. It wasn't their moment to be champions. And he said that they were going to come back better and that without a doubt, they will be demonstrating that even though they did not win the final, it was a learning opportunity. Y míralos. Y sí, Emilia, estoy contigo completamente.
100%. 100%. It still hurts. It still hurts. Don't get us wrong. It still hurts, but everything is a learning experience, right?
Exactly. Alejandro Delgado Bramasco Vega lost weight. Good for him for his meniscus wear down. Yeah, man. But you know what's really hard about living in Guadalajara? The food is really good.
Oh, the food is so good.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's so good.
Todo lo hermoso, delicioso sale de acá. It's all about that, man. The food.
Yeah, because because Guadalajara is pretty close. It's just like a 2-hour drive from the beach. So you have like really good seafood, but you also have like the traditional Mexican food, which is amazing. So
True that. I drove actually last week. You guys saw I was on the beach, 3.5 hours, the new road to Puerto Vallarta. Incredible. I was driving like in Europe. It was really, really wonderful. And pieza clave, Ricardo Marin. Emilia is also saying Ricardo Marin. She's on it. Yes, we're going to talk about Ricardo in a moment. We're talking about the Guernica. But what do you guys see about Ricardo? Is he our number 9? Is he doing what he needs to do?
I see a smart player. I see a player who knows how to read the plays. I see a player who is very talented in identifying the routes and the spaces he needs to attack without the ball. I see a player who sacrifices for the team up front, who fights up front. So yeah, big shout out to Ricardo Marin, who's having a tremendous start of the season.
And I think a lot of us are expecting. I think a lot of us are expecting a lot of him. I mean, we know he was campeón de goleo with Celaya, and he coming to Chivas, he has like a lot of pressure over him. But I like to think that he's managing that pressure very well, and also the fact that Pauno is giving him the confidence and the trust to starting in the team and playing and trying to develop this kind of confidence with all the teammates. I think he's doing a pretty decent job. And it was a penalty kick, but at the end of the day, he has already 1 goal with Chivas. So that's good. And that's going to boost his momentum as well.
Yeah, let's talk about the Árbol de Guernica trophy real quick too, because we were Necaxa 2-0. That's old news. Guernica is newer news. But it was a magnificent match, a completely different Chivas from the Chivas that Athletic played against in Europe, where Pauno was a newly appointed coach. He brought them there. It was rough for us because we lost. We won the match here, but what was really magnificent was the play style, my friends. And Eric Gutierrez and Alexis Vega, es como si se conocieran. It was, I can't say it. It was just so smooth, my friends. You really had to be there. And you know what I really loved about it? I loved the family atmosphere.
Yes.
It was like, if any of you guys, we talked about that. Remember, Gabby, last show, we talked about coming to Jalisco Stadium at 12 in the afternoon and seeing the matches.
Yeah.
And it was very nostalgic. I brought a friend of mine, an uncle of my kids with us. We went to watch the game. And he was like, Rob, this has to come back. Esto del ambiente familiar a las 12 del día, it was just like going to the Chingonas games. That's what I love about going to the Chingonas games. there is a natural communion. Everybody is, doing what they need to do. Okay, Moso, man. It was hot hot as hell, my friend.
It's a little tricky because I think that's the reason why Chivas is not playing at that time of the day, because of it was. But I think it did well. But I remember when I had this interview with Ander Herrera, and we talked about this exactly. Like, you're going to see like a lot of family. It's a lot of kids. It's a perfect schedule and time for it to be packed of family members. And yeah, that atmosphere of el mediodía, and later you can go and enjoy something to eat in the city and enjoy the city and not going outside the stadium at night. So I think that was a great, it was a very exciting situation for Chivas and everything attending the stadium that day. Hi, Dougie.
Yeah. MB Cruz is asking, would you guys happen to know what channels they're going to be passing the games at? The Leagues Cup is Apple TV.
It's Apple TV.
So that's where you can watch
MLS
the
Pass. Yeah.
With the MLS Pass. Yes, I was checking that out too, so I can't miss one of the matches and follow them. So Arbol Guernica, we won the trophy in penalties, and definitely we saw a different side of Chivas, a more aggressive Chivas. Like I said, the young lads were sin miedo, again, irreverent. I hope they don't lose that passion, because you could see that it really took the guys from Athletic by storm. And it was wonderful to see them. It took them by storm. They weren't expecting these Chivas.
They were
not expecting these Chivas. And the stats show it. Chivas dominated the whole match. And then when we saw the penalties, it was magnificent.
Yes,
completely magnificent.
And you know what I noticed? What I noticed? I think it was the second goal of Athletic against Athletic Bilbao, and the second goal against Necaxa. They are very similar plays, because they begin from a switch of play from one wing to another. Like against Necaxa, they begin like the play, like they're both very similar goals. One begins against Necaxa begins at the right and finishes at the left, and against Athletic begins at the left and finishes at the right. And it is both begin at the right and they both finish at the left. So you have El Rebaño with the ball probably after midfield in one wing, a big switch of play. In a different way, though, because Alexis Vega intervened against Athletic Bilbao, and you end up with someone at the other wing running into the end line and then making a diagonal for the finish. So I think that we have that move very, very, very well structured, very well played, very well practiced. So yeah, big shout out.
You could see that they're practicing, and we could see a structure, something that was lacking. We could finally see a structure. The plays are all similar. Why? Because if it's not down the right, it's down the left. You know who you're going to pass to. You have to follow the lines. Everybody's moving forward. So it's magnificent to see that, because before, how many times we got to say, and, it's not to say anything negative about the previous coaches, but you could not see the structure. And that's what many of us would complain about when we went to the games. It's not a problem. The losing is not the problem, nor is the winning a problem. It's how this is all going about, no? And so I'm sure that
I'm sorry.
I hear you.
What do we think about the youngsters? And Padilla's goal, you can see Brígido and Padilla celebrating together. Like, you could, if you didn't know better, you would have think that these guys were playing in Primera División all their life. Like, it's amazing how concentrated and how cold they are to do this kind of stuff. And I mean, yes, it's a friendly, whatever, but Padilla's been showing up in every single game. And every time Brígido comes in the pitch, you can see a difference. You can see a change. Like, these kids are so young, and you can see this thirst, inside of them. And this is probably like just to me, but I love the way Padilla scores, and he's like that. Yeah. Like, he's not like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like humble, and he tries to be like this, like, yeah, I'm centered. I know what I'm doing. I try to do as better as I can. And we're patiently doing it. And also, Wiley had his first minutes with Chivas.
Yeah, that's right. He did well in the first half. He was able to manage the ball. The defense, obviously, did their job properly, so he didn't have to work too much. There was one play that was a little bit scary there for a moment, but he resolved it properly. Yeah, y con los pies, he's really good with his feet.
Yeah.
Definitely, I saw that because I was looking at that because Kike Noriega had mentioned, that we should watch that, and I was looking at it, and he's really good with his feet. He's really good. The Blue Azul Kips asked, and a couple people are asking about if there are going to be any more signings. You know what? We really can't say, but I will tell you something. If there are signings and if there's something, it will come out of Chivas first. Don't believe all the smoke. Don't believe all the chaquitas they're selling in mirrors. This is the official page. This is
we're the official voice. We're the official guys. We're the official people.
That's right, baby.
We're the official source.
Before we talk about the Leagues Cup, because it's time to move into the Leagues Cup, what's our disclaimer, man? Don Alfredo.
It's only English.
Why are we only in English?
Because we have 5 million Chivermanos in the United States, and we're the most popular team of Mexico and the United States. So yeah, it is the way it is. We're one of the most important clubs in the world, and the most important club in Mexico. So yeah, 5 million. Just it's not 5,000, not 500,000. It's 5 million. So yeah, it's necessary. We gotta do it.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And that's the way it is. So it doesn't matter, though, if you guys want to speak Chinese here, okay? We are the center. This is our hub, okay? This is the Chivaverse. Come.
And I'm pretty sure there's somebody in China wearing a Chivas jersey. So
pretty sure, yeah. So, Alejandro Delgado Bramasco says he likes Guti. He can play as a 5 and step on the rival area. His defensive and offensive play releases pressure and Pocho and Nene. Yeah, Guti is a very smart player. He knows what to do. He has a good lecture of the ball, and he's been in the Netherlands for 5 seasons. He's already had a Champions League, World Cup, Europa League experience. He used to play at PSV Eindhoven, one of the most important clubs in the Netherlands. And yeah, like he's a very well prepared guy, and I'm excited to see what his experience can bring.
And what's going to happen when Alvarado comes?
Oh, that's going to be good.
Like you were saying, what's Alvarado going to bring to this?
Yes, and somebody is asking in the comments, when does Piojo join the main team? So he's probably going to join them in the USA, right? For the Leagues Cup games. So yeah.
Yes, he took a little break from the Gold Cup, right? And he's going to
be
deserved.
There. Yeah, well-deserved break.
Well-deserved, right? They brought that back, and they bathed Mexico in gold again.
Finally.
Como se debe, right? Because mis Chivas hermanos and everybody over there need to understand that we got to win that stuff. Those are not games that we can lose.
Yeah, I see that not that we were speaking about Guti, because he's very smart. As I said, he's very smart playing, like reading the intentions of the opponent, playing from behind. I'm kind of excited to see him playing by the side of Lalo Torres, and I think that they will play together whenever we have a tough visit. Like, for example, when we have like a really tough match that we might not be as ultra offensive as we like. For example, when we visit America or Tigres or Rayados, like the strongest teams in the league, and we play away, I see them playing together because they could provide good equilibrium, defensive solidarity for the rest of the team. So I'm excited to see those two together on a defensive job. Yeah. But of course, we like to propose. We're a proposive team. But you cannot.
Go ahead.
You cannot be like that proposive all the time. It's.
I feel sorry for Pauno right now because it's hard to make a decision now. Look at his bench. Look at everything that we've been talking about. And yeah, Chivas de Hierro, he brought it all together, and it's all falling together. Yeah, finally. And like I said, it's hard for me to believe because these last seasons have been kind of difficult. Pero ya me estoy atreviendo. Me estoy atreviendo en creer. I'm believing, and I'm getting used to winning.
We're believing. Emanuel Moreno, hi. Thank you for the patience. Dice, ¿es necesario el Fan ID para Liga Femenil? No es necesario que tengas Fan ID para ir a partidos de la Liga Femenil. So, there you go. Estábamos investigando, so gracias por la paciencia.
Yeah, Manuel, no vendemos humo aquí, so we just really wanted to check that quick for you.
Exactly.
Pero no necesitan, y va a ser un partidazo, okay, next Sunday. So it's going to be magnificent. My friends, Leagues Cup.
Leagues
What's
Cup.
up? ¿Qué nos viene?
Leagues
¿Qué
Cup.
viene para nosotros? Díganos. You
Okay.
guys tell me.
So
we've got two teams.
Why don't we just break down very quickly what Leagues Cup is, if you're okay with that? So in case somebody is wondering in the comment section, and even myself, like I had to read it again just to remind myself how this tournament is about, this tournament is about. So Leagues Cup is an event where all 47 teams of Liga MX y MLS play together in a World Cup style tournament. So first of all, both leagues, MLS and Liga MX, stop their regular season schedule for a month for the summer. And then they play together, all 47 teams from Canada, USA, and Mexico, they play together in a World Cup style tournament. And it's divided in group phases. So Chivas is in Central E, and their rivals are FC Cincinnati and Sporting Kansas City. Sounds familiar? So there you go. That's Leagues Cup, and that's coming next.
It's basically like a World Cup. Well, a North American kind of World Cup. Can we say a Leagues Cup?
A North American Club World Cup.
North American World Cup, CONCACAF Cup. Yes.
For me, it's like the Libertadores Norteamericano.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean,
yes.
It's La Libertadores, but of the North, the American champions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And this tournament is sanctioned by CONCACAF, so it's all like it's very like official, like you would say. But yes, it's Mexico. It's like Central America, no? Central North America. It's Mexico, Canada, and the USA. Like all 47 teams. Somebody is asking, what are the Mexican teams in the tournament? Everybody.
Yeah.
Every single
the
team.
The whole enchilada.
From MLS and La Liga MX, every single team, there's 47 teams in total. They're going to play together. And it's a World Cup style tournament. I like that term, like World Cup style tournament. And it's going to be very exciting. Like it's the first edition of Leagues Cup. It's 2023. And again, we're going to play against Cincinnati and Sporting Kansas City. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I know, Gabi, that you have a video out because you did a really in-depth investigation on Cincy. What can you tell us about them? What can you share without giving away your video? What can you share with us?
It's okay. So comercial. You can watch the video. I took a deep dive inside Sporting Kansas City because I as a football lover overall, I am not very aware of MLS. I don't know. Like allegedly, I'm a San Jose Earthquake fan, but like not officially. I have a lot of family in San Francisco and San Jose, so I was like, oh well. But overall, MLS, like you know the teams like Los Angeles, LA Galaxy, Chicago Fire, like, and I took a deep dive because I was like, okay, Chivas is playing against two huge teams. Specifically, Kansas City has been champions twice in MLS. So let's just a little bit of background. Remember, MLS is a very young league compared to the ones in Europe and even the Mexican league. So it's very young. It's in the 90s. So these teams are fairly new teams. And I mean, the first championship for Kansas City, it was in the 2000. So it's like quite new. And the second one was in 2013. And it's very interesting because what I learned, again, Robert, just not to give too much away, if you want to watch the video, you can go to Chivas official channel in YouTube, and it's called Hey Kansas. So it's a little deep dive. The stadium is amazing. It's pretty huge. It's very big. It's like 8,500 fans, more or less. It has a good attendance. And I mean, Sporting Kansas City right now, if you are barely new to MLS, you can identify very quickly because Alan Pulido plays there, and he's a huge star right now in Sporting Kansas City, and we're going to be playing against him. And overall, I think it's a very good team. Has a lot of history. And fun fact, and I am sure Alfredo is going to talk about this as well in his Cincinnati segment. The MLS had like these very weird names for their teams. Sporting Kansas City, before being Sporting Kansas City, was called the Wizards, Kansas City Wizards. And a lot of teams that were named like Chicago Fire, like Chicago Burn, and something like that. But then they did a whole rebranding situation, and they adopted like this European style of naming their teams, and that's how they evolved Sporting Kansas City, where Sporting was used specifically for names or teams that had a lot of teams in different sports. And then Sporting, the one team in Spain, I think it's called Sporting. And yeah, like DC United and Real Salt Lake and all these other teams. But yeah, it's new. That like there's not a lot of history and background to learn about these MLS teams. And I mean, I can say that Mexican teams are a lot more into history and a lot of things regarding legends and records and everything. But it's going to be very interesting to see because MLS is growing slowly but surely. It's growing, and I mean, I don't think at this point in time they can compete directly with Liga MX, but they're getting there. Like they have a goal of keep growing and pushing. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting addition, this Leagues Cup. I hope it's an annual thing or something like that, where we can like kind of I have to say, like, it's not surprise that in national teams, the USA is right now beating Mexico in so many levels. So it's interesting to see in a league level, how can we still prove that Liga MX has the experience and the players and the history to keep beating MLS?
Yeah. No,
Disappointed with, yeah, I was definitely disappointed with the result of the Leon against the LA team, because I expected a lot more from the LA team, because I see that they're very dominant. But I didn't see that against Leon. I thought Leon did very well. They dominated the game. I'm talking about the final of the Conca. But it was very interesting to watch that dynamic. I'm sorry, Gabby. I remember just right now that you were doing Kansas City and Alfredo's doing Cincinnati.
Yes.
What do you think it's going to be like? What's it going to be like against Kansas City? I was watching Kansas. I was looking at Pulido. I wanted to follow him a little bit. What do you think it's going to be like? What's the competition going to be like? Alfredo, Gabi, what is your take on that?
Yeah, I think that, it takes us, MLS teams, they've been competing for longer than Liga MX teams. Well, not really, because the off season in Liga MX is shorter. So we're kind of leveled with each other at rhythm. But then if you speak out, like, for example, let's take the Conca Champions, which is the most similar tournament that there is. Mexico has won 13 Conca Champions, and the MLS has only won 1. So I think that at club level, we are still pretty far ahead, even though they have Messi and Busquets. But I think that at club level, Mexican teams are much more developed than MLS teams. So I hope a Mexican team wins it, and I hope it's Chivas, of course. But yeah. Oh, and also, if you'd like to know more about Chivas at the moment, at this very minute, the team is practicing at Verde Valle. Piojo Alvarado is already back from the Gold Cup, but he's not practicing with the team right now, and he's getting back with the team tomorrow.
Yeah, and we have a lot of people that are interested in this tournament. Like the Blue Azul 777 asks, "Is Messi playing Leagues Cup?" Yes, actually, he debuts against Cruz Azul. Interesting. Yeah. And Cruz Azul, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. We should give him a heads up, because Tuca might, go off on him.
Probably.
So that's everybody's got to watch that match. I got to see it. I got to see those guys together.
Yeah, and a lot of people ask,
will Messi be able to do the whole thing? Do you think Messi will be the game changer for Miami?
I don't know. You're
not so soon.
There's 2 people.
Yeah, not so soon because actually Miami, I like last thing I heard is that they're at the bottom of the table. They're having like a horrible season. So maybe not this time for Messi,
No,
but we'll see.
it would be unrealistic to think that one single player can save an entire season. You know what I mean? Like, yes, of course it's Messi, of course, but he cannot do everything on his own. I don't know.
No, I mean we see it with Ronaldo over there where he's playing now. Is he can make a difference and do something, some kind of genius move, but I doubt that those little players that they are bringing in, just like when they brought Pelé back in the day, they will make a difference because they inspire better players. And these teams, I mean, the U.S. team, the U.S. men's team is, we have to admit that they're playing at another level too.
Yeah,
And they're magnificent to watch, you know.
but
They're playing at another level. But
Yeah.
they're all different. They're coming from Europe. They're not coming
Exactly.
from the MLS teams. No.
exactly.
So I don't think that there's going to be much competition, especially
not
with
this
our
season.
Chivas right now.
Yeah. Maybe not this season, but I mean, I was going back to Messi's situation, but I think he needs time, and again, he needs to like find this chemistry and everything with the team, and try to make a difference. And if Alfredo says that they're very low in standings in the table, hoping that he can give a little better perspective to the team and keep advancing. I don't know.
I want to ask everybody who's out there real quick, who you guys who are living in the US have much better knowledge of your MLS teams. Who do you guys think is going to make a run for the top? Who do you guys think? Because we have, like Manny Duran is telling us, Messi needs a good midfielder. It's impossible to play with what they have right now. And they're talking about Miami. That's inside info for us. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys tell us. Which is the team is going to give Chivas or Cruz Azul or America or whatever other team from Liga MX a run for the money? I want you guys to share that with us, man.
Share that in the comments. Like, who do you think is going to play a good tournament, or like enlighten us? Like, what MLS teams should be like the ones to look out for? Like, we know LAFC, we know LA Galaxy, we know like the big names, but what do we think? Like, how is it going to be? And somebody was asking in the comments, in case you didn't listen earlier, we talked about this, but who is playing Chivas with? So we are playing against FC Cincinnati, and we're playing against Sporting Kansas City. And when is this? When are we playing?
So that's taking place next week. I think the first match is on the 27th. So it's taking place next Thursday. Actually, the team is traveling on Tuesday the 25th. They just came back. They're actually practicing right now at Verde Valle after a few days off. Well deserved, by the way. So they will be practicing until Tuesday when they travel to the United States, and they debut on Thursday against FC Cincinnati, and then Monday the 31st against Sporting Kansas City.
At 8 p.m. That's right. We're going to rip it up. We got to watch those matches. Lots of participation, my friends. Justin Castro says, I feel like Houston Dynamo we should look out for because they are amazing and they have Hector Herrera. All right, Houston Dynamo. Yes, I watched a couple Houston Dynamo games. Very interesting. Houston, everybody's saying Houston. LAFC is always a threat. Okay.
Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Says, well, Chivas is going against Cincinnati, who is the leader.
Okay.
There
you go.
We have also LAFC mentioned. Yeah,
Again, Curtis is back out. He says, watch out for Houston. Slimy.
Curtis, hi.
Slimy Sant. Alan Pulido is playing great since he came back. So I guess we need to take a good look at Kansas because, well, he's going to try to make a difference. And if he wants to come back to Chivas, then he's going to be playing for everybody to watch him. Yeah. So let's see. More participation, my friends. Justin Castro says, I don't think Miami will make it far because they're probably only going to focus on 2 players. Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they won't make it. Hopefully, it'll be fun though if we ever reach that stage and we face off against Miami. I'd love to watch Messi play against us, even though we're going to beat him, of course. Of course, Johnny Gonzalez, bring back Puligol. Ya se nos hará. Ya se nos hará. What do you guys think? Any other relax? Paulín Rubio, Liga MX, always playing away. And after the group stage, being single elimination games will probably give some kind of advantage to the MLS teams.
What are you watching right now, my friends? What are we watching? It's live from Valle Verde, right? Live from Valle Verde. Exclusive images of the training session.
The
Hi.
Green Valley.
Hi.
Somebody's fingers are in there.
They were saying hi. Hi, productor.
Hey,
yeah, that's live. That's live from Verde Valle, and it's right now. It's right now. The guys looks like they're having a rondo. I think looks like they're kicking off the practice session, and yeah, like it's go ahead. You know, it's good to see them connected. It's good to see them a good group dynamic. It's good to see them.
I love to see that they're practicing double sessions again.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
Yeah. Johnny Gonzalez says, see you guys on October at the Rose Bowl. Yeah, big shout out and thank you for reminding us, Johnny. There's a Clásico de Mexico taking place on October 15th at the Rose Bowl. So there's plenty of seats. Like Rose Bowl is 90,000 people stadium in Pasadena, California. So Clásico de Mexico on October 15th against America. It's going to be good, and get the tickets on Ticketon and make sure that the red and white predominates.
Yes.
Definitely has to be. Justin Castro is asking, is it hot over there in training, Ricardo? Our producer,
thumbs up,
boss.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Is it hot or not?
Yeah, how's the temperature in Guadalajara? I mean, if it's he says, yeah, it's hot.
The humidity right now in Guadalajara is insane because it rains like at midnight and then at 3 o'clock in the morning. So the whole day it has evaporation.
He might need a tejuino.
Oh man,
did you try those?
I tried it when I was in Guadalajara in the final. I didn't like it, but
I love that.
Everybody told me like you didn't got it from the right place, and I think I did wrong there. So my apologies. I don't like tejuino right now, but I promise if I go to Guadalajara soon, I'm going to try it from the right place.
And later I'll let you guys in on the recipe on how they used to make it back in before the Spanish came. No, you're not going to like it. But it's delicious. I love it. It's corn.
It was refreshing. So or maybe it was because we just lost, and I was like depressed, and maybe I didn't like it. So
did you get ice cream in it? Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about soccer.
What are we talking about? Okay, who can we see? Hey, everybody, comment. Who do you guys see in the training session? Who do you see? Who do you see there?
I love their new jerseys. Did you guys like the jerseys from the Guernica game?
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful jersey.
Yeah,
muy elegante.
Plays with stripes, red and white stripes as well. So Chivas used their away kit, and it was beautiful.
Hey, someone says on the chat, El Nalgón es Vega. Come on, guys. I can't see it. Who can see that?
I cannot see. I don't have my glasses right now, and I want to.
I'm not. Even if with glasses, I don't think we could see it with it. So but let's keep talking. Right. So most of the people are saying that they expect, that Chivas will go far, that we will be able to maybe take it the distance. There's a great question by Johnny Gonzalez, and this is for everyone out there. He asked, can y'all name your best starting 11 for Chivas? That's why I say I feel sorry for Pauno right now, man. Who's your starting 11, my friends? Put it up so we can post it. Put it up so we can share it with the Chivaverse.
Yeah, so I think that the most defined line of El Rebaño right now is the defense. I feel that, it's a very well-defined, starting with El Guacho Jimenez at goal. Then I think that Mozo in the right back, it's probably one of the most defined positions at the moment. So Mozo definitely. And then you have either two options. You can play with El Pollo Briseño, Sepúlveda, and Chiquete as a left on the left, or you can play with Chiquete, Sepúlveda, and Chicote Calderón on the left. So I think those are probably the two main schemes on defense, and it's pretty well defined, and I like it because it gives us variations. It gives us, different ways of playing, especially on the left wing, and we have probably the best right back in the league. So, and Chiquete Selección. So,
and you said
yeah.
it earlier. You said it earlier. The amount of work the kids are going to be doing, the lads are going to be doing in the next couple of weeks is going to be tremendous. So there have to be those variations, and they bring two different types of attacking, as you said. So I love that. And the midfield, I think that's the most difficult place.
Yes, midfield's pretty tough because many times we play with 4-3-3 that it's not really a 4-3-3, but one of the guys is playing at midfield. Like, for example, I say that Cone Brizuela plays a little behind the rest of the attackers. In midfield, pretty much the only undisputed guy is Fernando Beltran, because like you have so many midfielders right now.
Of course, that's why Sebastián Pérez Buquet was lent this season. There's just so many people there, and the choices are just, who are you going to put? I would choose any of them. It's like when you stick your hand in a bag of Now or Laters, you're going to come out with something delicious. Everything's going to work. And like we said, I was just investigating what you were saying, the baby goats. You know what baby goats are called?
No.
You know what we call baby goats? And that's where this word comes from, is kids.
Yeah.
A baby goat is a kid. So these kids are bringing it on, man. They're bringing it on, and I love it.
They're bringing it on. And again, we know because we know, but if you see them play, it's like they've been playing in Primera División like forever. And they have this much, not experience, obviously, because they're just coming in, but the mentality. And again, everybody, we've talked about this week after week after week, even on season 1 of We Go To, like this mentality thing that Paunovic has injected into these kids. And now, these kids that just came to the Primer Equipo, it's like it's contagious. Like everything is just contagious, and that they were very well welcomed. And I remember that first goal from Padilla, and how Pocho, Victor Guzman, just came and just hugged him very tight, and they were like celebrating together, and like, yes, we did this together. Like this individualities, if you will, it's not happening right now in Chivas, and we have so much elements. And again, I think you're right, Robert. Pobre Paunovic. Pobre Paunovic.
Who you going to bring in? Who you going to bring in? Real quick, John Park sent us his 11. He says Oscar Wally, Briseño, Sepúlveda, Mozo, Chiquete, Beltrán, Pocho, Gutiérrez, Vega, Padilla, and I'm missing one there, Cisneros. I like it. Sounds legit. I don't know if Wally's going to be our goalie, though, guys, because Guacho has the él es el jefe, right?
He's the man.
Experience. He's the man. He's the boss right now. But we know that we have people back there that can help him out. Wally is one of them. But if anybody saw Rangel play on Sunday, también recuerden, es muy chico. He's un chavito. And he played magnificently. There they are, the boys.
Remember, these are live images from Valle Verde,
Yes.
My friends.
Thank you, Ricardo.
This is happening right now at Valle Verde. Our beloved Rebaño Sagrado is training right now at this exact moment. So these are exclusive images from Valle Verde. Enjoy.
That El Guacho Jimenez has developed
this is
very...
live TV. I apologize. This is live TV. Verde Valle. I'm sorry.
Verde Valle, of course. El Guacho Jimenez has developed a very interesting aspect, probably since last or maybe 2 tournaments ago, that he has the virtue of always making incredible saves at key moments.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I even remember how many times he's appeared and he's been important at like not only with fantastic saves but also at very very important moments. Like he's got us so many points, and that's a matter of confidence. You know, like he's already normalized that, and I feel very safe whenever I see Wacho at goal.
Yeah, there's a lot of naysayers when it comes to any goalie.
Yeah,
because if they make a mistake, it's a big mistake.
right.
It's a big mistake. And when they do these magnificent plays and they're magnificent, like Watcher has been, as you said, nobody talks about it. You know? And you know the people that usually talk about that are other goalies. And you'll see a guy like, any of the great goalies will watch and say, look at that. That was a highly difficult technical play. Or who knows how he got it out of the corner, in the bottom corner. He's magnificent. And he has a following, you know? He has a following. Wacho deserves all of our respect, just as all of the players do. But he's the guy, he's a go-to guy, and he has shown us that he can do it.
So
while we're watching these images, go for it.
Edwin Padron asks, when is Vega fully recovered?
He's already fully recovered. Yeah, he's already fully recovered, and because he played, I think the first half against Athletic Club of Bilbao, and he actually assisted the assister in the second goal. You know, like it was a switch of play, and he was looking backwards and with his peroné, like with his empeine, like he opened into the left. Very genius move from Vega.
Yes,
really
he almost scored that three-toed. Oh man, if he would have made that one in, I think we should have just shut down and gone home, because the way he did it was just beautiful.
And there's a special on Alexis Vega coming pretty soon, coming this week. So stay tuned.
Yeah, weren't you working on that? You were working on something with. Oh, nice. Guys, you guys got to promote. Is it going to be on your page, Alfred?
On the YouTube, on the YouTube here on the Chivas YouTube channel.
Yeah, don't forget to share, man, because I love to watch your stuff. You and Gabi have really, really, really nice, interesting work. I love your stuff, man. And not just saying that. You guys got to check it out. It out. You really do. Go check that stuff out, my friends. I'm sorry, we're running up really a little bit short on time. Like I said, we have tons to talk about. I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk about our chingonas, because they're back. They're back. The Chingonas have a new pastor. We will later talk a little bit more in depth about him. But is there any info you guys can share? I saw the match against Las Cholas. I have to say that it was a typical first match of the season.
Playing away.
It was a little rough. It was away. But I liked Dani, the new player that came in. I like the new incorporations. I wish I could have seen Wendy, and I wish I could have seen Litzy on the pitch, because I'm really excited to see how they're playing. You know, I want to see what they bring to these new chingonas. And they were doing well. They had that 1-0 all the way almost to the end of the game, and just híjole, you know. A little bit of, but that's sports, right? That's how sports is. You just get a little bit distracted, and that's what happened. But I did not see a weak team. I saw a strong team. They're the same people, and they're ready to be campeonas again.
Yes. And speaking about Tano Spinelli, the new head coach, Antonio Spinelli, you can actually, there's an interview with him on our YouTube channel, and there's also a podcast made by Chivas TV on Spotify, on the official Chivas Spotify. There's a podcast with Tano Spinelli, so you can learn more about our new pastor.
Yeah, he has a long, long, winding road behind him. Chivas Puebla, 7 p.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Mexico.
De regreso. And let us not forget of the mini chingonas. Tenemos a las minis under 19s. They're out in Europe.
Yes.
In Las Europas. What do you know about them? Have you heard anything about what they've been doing there? Yo sé que la están rompiendo, but
yeah, so they're playing 2 different tournaments in Scandinavia, specifically in Denmark and Sweden. And actually, they already disputed their first 3 matches in Sweden, and they already finished up the invitational. They advanced. They finished the group stage unbeaten, and they advanced to the quarterfinal where they will play NorCal Premier of the United States, and that game is tomorrow. So pretty early because it's in Europe, so it's going to be early in Mexico. So stay tuned to the Chivas Femenil official account to learn how it goes. But hey, like the girls went unbeaten the first 3 matches. That's notable.
Notable, especially against European teams. They play differently. They are trained differently. They have another concept of football. And so it's magnificent. I thought it was really good. So that says we're doing a good job over here as well.
Yeah, and the results are they won 2-0, then they tied 3-3, and then they won 4-0. So they're they already had 9 goals. They scored 9 goals and only received 3. 9-3 record in goals. 2 wins, 1 draw. So the team's doing pretty well.
So the clubhouse is producing not only for varonil but femenil, and I just look at a very bright future. Very bright future. Okay, guys, no los voy a dejar escapar because I've been letting you guys go easy recently. We have 2 matches coming up. All right. The first one, what's going to be our score? A ver, échenle.
Oh, we go back into the pronósticos.
Oh, see.
We missed that last one.
You know my answer. My answer is 6-0 always. But what do you guys think?
I think that Chivas. I think that we're gonna beat Kansas City by 2-0, and we're gonna beat Cincinnati by 1-0. Cincinnati match is gonna be tougher. Yeah.
Yes, because they're the
Cincinnati's going to be tougher. Yes, because they're the leaders.
They're the leaders. Yes.
All right. Pues le estás tirando bajo, Alfredo.
We're just beginning. It's
the beginning. Yes.
It's the summer. It's gonna be hot weather.
We don't want to be cocky, and we don't want people to think that. Yeah. And next week, what's going to happen? Real quick before Gabi tells us her pronóstico.
Next week we have a special guest. We have a special guest, and we're going to talk exclusively about Leagues Cup. So please stay tuned for that. And again, please stay tuned also of our very special exclusive content on the Chivas YouTube channel, because we take a deep dive into the teams we're going to be facing this summer. And please follow us on our official Twitter account, Chivas @Chivas AN_, so you can send us all of your messages, so you can join us eventually on the show, and you can talk about us to us about everything you want regarding Chivas, or anything you want to talk to us about, actually. So I think I'm with Alfredo in this one. I think we're going to beat Kansas City 2-0, and we are going to tie with Cincinnati.
Yeah, as long as we go through, and the team keeps playing well.
You just want them to pass, but you know how I am. I'm old, so I can say stupid stuff.
You're bold.
No, I said I'm old.
No.
So I can say stupid
you're
stuff.
Bold with your pronosticos. You're bold.
I like your 2-0, but I'm gonna take you one up, 3-0 against Kansas City.
Okay.
And Cincinnati, because I remember Pauno mentioning him, that there's a lot of history in that team. And
remember, Pauno has history with MLS, so he knows the league. So he knows.
He knows it. Yeah.
He said that was the team that was going to be a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to go with you, both of you, and I'm going to say 1-0. 1-0 Chivas.
1-0.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't know the tie, but a 1-0, because I don't want Chivas to lose.
Pulido no anota? Right. Pulido no anota?
No. His legs are going to shake.
Sanuguacho.
Yeah, and I have quick information on Cantera Rojiblanca. El Tapatío kicks off Liga Expansión on the 22nd. So that's on Saturday. El Campeón de Campeones is back on Saturday. Excited to see some more new faces as spaces are opened up, because some guys left on loan and some other went up to the first team. So excited to see who's coming up with El Tapatío kicking off Liga Expansión on Saturday. And then we have a few under 16 players who are joining the Mexican national team, under 16 from Cantera Rojiblanca. Big shout out to goalkeeper Yorcaef Cañizales González, midfielder Edgar Uciel Vargas Loya, and forward Carlos Damián Bernal Cervantes. So big shout out, guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy the national team, and we're very proud of you.
Yeah, we're all proud of our national players, and we know they're probably going to make us proud. They're going to make us proud too. Mis chivermanos y hermanas and everybody else out there, if you are human or non-human, but you're a Chivas fan, mis amigos, es hora de irnos. And as always, it's a very sad time, but I just want to say one thing. Thank you guys for coming and sharing your time with us. We are here out of pure love. This is Chiva, the Chivaverse. And everybody is bienvenido, even Alberto Rodriguez, who does not understand why we're speaking in English. But we love you, Alberto. Hey, tú eres Chiva hermano también. Everybody, I'll see you next week. MLS, goodies. Don't miss it. I'll see you later.
Have a good one. Happy week.
Leagues Cup.
Arriba las Chivas.
Arriba las Chivas, hermanos.
Forever and ever.